Hey everyone, it's Ansley here from Team Music Insider, and today I'm with...
Braiden Wood.
So Braiden, you started your music career at a very young age. What inspired you to try music?
Well, I started out playing piano. My dad's a youth pastor at a church, and being at the church all the time, there was a piano everywhere. And so I would go into the piano room, and one day I was kind of just messing around with it. I think it was in like third or fourth grade. And I actually started picking out the notes from the hymn that we sang that day. My parents came in and heard me, and they're like, "Oh, we should put him in piano lessons." So they did, and fell in love with piano and thought I was going to be like a professional pianist. And then moved to Orlando, Florida when I was 11, back in 2005, and couldn't find a piano teacher. So I was like, I should learn guitar because Guitar Hero 2 was out at the time, and I was like, this is an awesome game. So I started learning other songs off Guitar Hero 2 and 3, and after that, I started a band called Before You Exit, and the rest kind of blown up into this crazy career.
Awesome. So you were talking about Before You Exit. What was the transition like from being in a band to now being a solo artist?
Oh, it was tough. It was real tough. I actually thought the whole time I was in Before You Exit, I was like, I could never do like a solo thing. Like that would just, there's no way. Like there was never a point where I was like, yeah, I should try that. Yeah, it was tough. I did a Kickstarter, and it was successfully funded, which was super inspiring to see fans supporting me and friends that came out of the woodwork too. They were just like, yeah, we believe in you. We want to see you succeed. So that was awesome and encouraging to me because originally I was just a guitar player. I just played guitar and sang background vocals. But then I started writing all these songs. I was like, I should record them. And so to have people kind of back me was super inspiring, and obviously has led to a lot more. So yeah, it was a tough transition, but it's been a fun one, and I feel like there's still a lot down the road.
That's good, yeah. So what's the process to write one of your songs? Like you're saying you write your songs.
Yep. It changes. It's a little different every time. Most of the time I do music first. Music is normally what I hear first in a song. Most people hear lyrics first. I hear melodies and the drum beat and all the instruments that they have tucked away and stuff. So I listen to music from a different perspective at first. And so I think that's kind of how I write. I write that backwards perspective first. And then once I have the feel of the music, I'll try to figure out what I feel it's trying to say, like a subject or like a mood. And then I'll write off of that.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
How would you describe yourself in 5 words?
5 words? So specific. They don't have to it doesn't have to be like a 5-word sentence, right? Just 5. Okay. All right. I was about to say that's interesting. Let's see. I would say patient. I'm going to use 2 for this one. Not funny. A gamer. Guitarist. And this 5th one was really hard. Diligent. Diligent.
Those are good qualities to have. So
Thank you.
how would you, no problem. How would you describe your musical style?
Ooh, I like to think that I sound kind of like a mix between Relient K, Coldplay, and Owl City. Kind of all 3 of those mixed together. That's what I go for. But when I had to put my stuff on iTunes and Apple Music, Spotify, all that, I classify it as pop alternative rock.
Okay. So are those the artists you look up to right now, or what artists do you look up to?
Yeah, I always look up to those 3. Switchfoot's another big one, Mute Math, 21 Pilots, Mad Dragons. But I pull from tons of different things. I mean, I grew up loving the Boys Like Girls, All Time Low era. And then and Before You Exit got to actually tour with All Time Low, which was super cool. They were awesome guys. Still are awesome guys. And yeah, I always will love pop rock, pop punk music. But I try to let that bleed through into kind of like the electronic poppy sounds that I like as well. I don't know. I'm kind of a weird mix.
It sounds good to me. So what was that
Thanks.
experience like going on tour with them?
With All Time Low?
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, Before You Exit, three of us were 17 and one of us was 15 at the time. Pretty sure that's right. And we were juniors in high school. I switched to online school, and at the age of 17, we were playing sold-out shows for a month with the band that we were just covering a year earlier. So it was mind-blowing, to say the least. They treated us like little brothers, so they kind of showed us the ropes and treated us so nice. And yeah, we didn't do anything to deserve it. It was just them being generous guys, and it was awesome. It was still my favorite tour I've ever done.
That's awesome. So you've also done a lot of cover songs. What's the process to choose a cover song for you to sing?
Typically, I like to see if it's something I can make my style. So my biggest one is Cool Kids by Echo Smith. But I normally have to listen to like lyrics and make sure it's not like dirty lyrics or anything, because I don't want to promote that to my fans. And then I also do like melodies and make sure I can actually sing it and play it and stuff. So yeah, it's hard to pick songs these days for me, just because most of them are either like rap or just too crude to like cover.
No, yeah.
Can't do that one. So yeah, I'm actually uploading a new cover as we speak, and I had to change a few things in it to make it work, but I think it'll be good.
Well, I'm excited to see it.
Can't wait to share.
So what was your favorite cover song to do?
I really loved my first cover I ever put out, solo. It was Pompeii by Bastille, mixed up with Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. And originally I was just doing Pompeii. And I was playing the chord progression. I was like, this sounds familiar. And then I started humming Capital Cities Safe and Sound over it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to mash them up. Mash them. I can't talk. Mash them up. Man, that was bad. Anyway, so I mashed them up kind of like I just mashed up all my words. And it worked out perfectly. Like everything just fit and like layered over each other perfectly. And then I had three of my good friends sing it and play it with me. It worked out really well. As far as a mashup goes, it was super fun. But I've enjoyed all of them. I try to keep the videos interesting and not just a typical like boring, oh, I've seen this video a million times. One of my videos I did Drag Me Down by One Direction, and I duplicated myself. I just cloned myself. So I was playing piano, bass, drums, and guitar, and singing on most of them. So I was like, I haven't really seen a lot of people.
How did that
What was that?
come about?
Like the idea for it?
Yeah.
I was searching on YouTube. I was like, what do people not see on YouTube? Because I feel like everything has been put on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there weren't many covers of people doing clones. I was like, I'm going to try that out. In which case, it turned out really good, I think. I wish we shot it with a little bit higher quality camera, but that's just, I'm always going to critique my work. But yeah, I thought it turned out really good. Didn't get a ton of views, but that's okay. It was still fun to make. And maybe if I do more covers, then people will go back and watch that one. Like, this was cool. Why didn't I see it?
Yeah, it's the most important thing for you to like it, for sure.
Yeah.
So some of your EPs, you did the Be Free and Be Strong and Noise, right? I think that's how you say it.
Yep.
Which one of yours was your favorite to do?
Favorite record to do? I actually just asked this on Twitter. My favorite was Noise, just because um, Be Free, Be Strong was the Kickstarter one, and I was brand new to singing, and I critiqued myself so hard on all those songs. Songwriting-wise, I liked a few songs off my Be Free, Be Strong. Um, but Noise was, I think, closer to the sound I wanted to go for. Still not quite there. My new music is going to be really well produced, and I'm taking my time with it because I want it to be exactly how I want it to sound. But Noise is probably my favorite to record.
Okay. So on, like you were saying on Twitter, you also recently mentioned there's new projects in the works. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, 2017 is a year for covers, so I'm going to be doing YouTube covers. I'm going to change it up, though. I'm not going to just do like the top hits on iTunes or whatever. I'm also going to do some worship songs, cover Hillsong United or Bethel, stuff like that, alongside just, if I like a song, I'm going to cover it, basically, instead of trying to cover songs that I think people will watch, because, like, sometimes it's not genuine, and sometimes it's not as creatively stimulating for me. So, yeah, I want to do that. And I also am writing a lot. All of January, I spent writing almost every day, doing co-writes and writing by myself, trying to get a big list of songs ready so that I can record sometime in late summer or fall. So, yeah. That's kind of the big two things. And then I might be doing a tour in the fall. We'll see.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So recently you were at Good Time Chicago. Can you tell us a little bit how that went for you?
Yeah, Good Times was super fun. It was super cold. It was like 6 degrees the whole time we were there. It was really fun. I enjoyed seeing a bunch of familiar faces that were at Good Times Nashville. And Good Times is my management company, so they obviously did a great job putting it on and organizing it and keeping it going. It was just a great networking opportunity for me personally, and it's good to see some fans I haven't met and also ones that I haven't seen in a long time. It was a really fun weekend. I missed it. Chicago is a fun city.
It is. So how do you prepare for a live performance?
Typically, I'll do some type of vocal warm-up, like 30 minutes to an hour before I actually play. And then most of the time, I'll just pick through my songs, make sure I've got it all figured out. I'll do a set list like the day before, unless I feel like being just spur of the moment and do it like on stage. That doesn't happen very often, though. Most of the time, I like to plan things out and be like, all right, here's systematically how it's going to work. So, yeah, it's not too much to it. Pretty simple.
Do you have a favorite song that you perform live?
I enjoy, it depends. If I'm playing acoustic, I really enjoy playing my Cool Kids cover because I mix it up with Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People. Okay. And I actually did that one in Chicago. And that's always just a fun one because everyone loves to sing along to both of those songs. You don't need a ton of like backing instruments for people to enjoy the music of it. But full band, I really enjoy playing a song called Fly of mine and Architecture 101. Those are both songs off of my Noise EP.
Okay.
And really energetic and fun.
Nice. Does your fan base have a name yet?
They don't. We've tried coming up with names. I've begged my younger sister to come up with a cool name. The closest we've gotten is Wooden Warriors because my last name is Wood, and I have a song on my first EP called Broken Hearted Warriors that a lot of my fans like. But I feel like that's not quite what it should be. Wooden Warriors doesn't have that same ring that a lot of fan names have. So I think we're close, but we're not there yet. So do you have any ideas?
That's a hard one. I don't know. That is hard.
Yep. It's not just a painfully obvious one.
I'll keep it in mind. I'll try to figure
if
something
you ever get an idea, send it my way. Or if you're watching this interview, tweet me at Braiden Wood and send me your suggestions and everything.
So how do you want your relationship to be with your fans?
I want it to be honest. I feel like a lot of artists try to like put out this perfect image and perfect like vibe that they have this spectacular life, that they only do music or only do whatever they're doing. In which case, that's just not realistic. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I have a day job and a night job, and in between those jobs, I do music. So I want it to be honest and real and interactive. I want fans to want to interact. I don't want them to like, feel forced or. I don't think they would if they felt forced. But
have you had any like crazy fan encounters yet?
yeah, back when I was in Before You Exit, I had a few. Most of them weren't like crazy necessarily. It was just like odd. I've had people come up. I signed like a hairdryer one time. I don't know why they brought a hairdryer to a concert. I was like, that's very random, but I'll sign it. Yeah. Someone brought their like old shoe. It was like a leather shoe, and it looked like suit like from the 1940s. And I signed it. I was like, why do you still own this? And why? Yeah, it was just really. And then the last thing was like, I had a fan one time. I was playing up on like a riser on the stage, and right in the middle of me playing one of my guitar solos, this girl jumped up, reached up, grabbed my guitar string, and yanked it off. And she didn't like yank the string off, but she snapped the last string. So I had to kind of improvise and change up my solo to try to fix it without that string. So that was an interesting one. But I let her keep the string afterwards. It's like, here, you earned it. You must have really wanted it.
To pull it, geez Louise. So you're saying you want to be very interactive with them. What social media platform do you use most to interact with them?
Mostly Twitter. That's where my largest following is. And I try to check Twitter on a daily basis. I also love Instagram. I really want to rebrand my Instagram to be more interactive. I've just started to rebrand the photos and stuff and like theme and all that stuff. So YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram are my 3 platforms that I'm trying to grow this
year. Okay. What's an average day look like for you right now?
An average day, it's crazy. My average day is I'll wake up around 3 or 4 p.m. and then get up and do a songwriting session or record whatever idea I have that day. Spend a little time at the gym, hang out with my roommates and friends here in Nashville. And then at like 11 p.m., I go into work. And I work till 7 a.m., go home, go to sleep, restart.
Okay.
And I actually edit my music that I record at work. So I'm almost always doing music. But
okay,
that's my day.
What's the best thing that's come out of this career so far for you?
Confidence. I mean, I wasn't very confident as a singer or as a solo artist when I started. And friends, family, and fans have really encouraged me, which has been such a blessing in my life personally. And it's obviously made me keep going. I moved from Orlando, Florida, where I lived for 11 years, to Nashville so I could do music full time. So, yeah, it's a confident key in a lot of things, and I couldn't do it without them. What's
the biggest struggle?
Biggest struggle? I would say singing, just because I'm still somewhat used to it. I've got a general idea of how to sing, but there's definitely lots of room to grow. So I think singing is definitely, as far as insecurities, that's what I think about the most. Can I sing that? Can I do it justice? Can I hit those notes? Stuff like that.
It seems like you're working towards it, though, which is the first step to making it past that first step.
Yeah. That
So,
is definitely the hardest part.
so if your life was a movie, what would be the title?
Star Wars. Yep,
Nice.
it would be Star Wars.
Who would play?
Automatically. Who would play me? Ooh, that is good. Um, I'd probably be C-3PO because I'm like, he's not really funny, but he's kind of funny because he's not funny. And he's kind of smart aleck. Sometimes my fans say I'm sassy. So, yeah, I would be C-3PO, I think.
Okay.
I make it through the whole series. I'm like the star, essentially.
What impact do you want to have on the music world?
Well, I want to write music that inspires people. And obviously, there's feel-good songs, and then there's songs that you relate to on a deeper level. That's why I love Switchfoot and Relient K. They have certain songs that they wrote that helped me through times in my life where I was struggling with something or just really down. And like, I want to write songs that inspire people out of those dark times in their lives and dark places that they hide in. And Switchfoot does a great job. Like, I'm a Christian, and I want to write songs that reflect that, just because that's my faith. But also, I write songs just from my heart. So some songs will be kind of spiritual based. Others will just be about whatever. Um, but I want it to be even mix of both, and people to relate to both.
Well, I'm excited to hear your new songs coming up.
Thanks. I'm excited to finally get some stuff out. It's been like a year and a half since I put out anything, but it's still going to be another almost year before I get anything out. So be patient.
We'll have it. So, how has this whole music career experience been for you so far?
It's been crazy. It's super fun. Touring, I miss touring, so I'm going to try to get back into that world. But it's such a different lifestyle. Like working with people is super fun, and doing band stuff is super fun. But I think it's just a totally different experience from a 9-to-5 job, because 9-to-5 jobs, you're doing whatever your job is for a set amount of time, go home, and then you're relaxing. And then for music industry stuff, you're playing shows and traveling, and you're in a new city every day. You put out these songs that you write in your bedroom or wherever, and then people are singing the words back to you at shows, which is just mind-blowing. So, yeah, it's truly a really cool experience, and I've really enjoyed it.
Do you have anything you want to tell your fans?
Just be patient with me. I'm working on stuff. I'm still alive, I promise. Keep checking out my YouTube stuff. Tell me what you want to hear, what you want to see, and keep being there for me. I've really appreciated all the support so far. I'm expecting to give a lot more this year, so be patient with me, and I'll put out stuff for you.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview.
Yeah, Ainsley, thank you so much for scheduling it, and sorry it didn't work out in Chicago, but glad we got to do it now.
Me too. Well, it was great talking to you.
Nice talking to you as well.
Bye.
See you later.